Seattle time. 7 games to go in the season, 5 against division opponents, 2 against teams with winning records, including the Kansas City Chiefs at 6-3. A tall task, but one that Russell Wilson welcomes.
It's always been a challenge for us ever since I've gotten here. I know that our schedule's always been tough. Playing in this division, the NFC West, it's not easy. Then you have to play some AFC teams that are very, very talented. And so we're going against the Kansas City Chiefs, a playoff-type team that's a very good football team, coached extremely well. They have a great quarterback in Alex Smith, and they have a great defense, and they have some star players on the offensive side of the ball. So, you look forward to those moments. You look forward to going on the road to Arrowhead. We know it's going to be loud. We know their fans are going to be intense, and those are championship moments that you live for. Those are all the times when you're a little kid you work for.
I think the public perception and the media perception is a lot different than the actual perception of the team and the actual perception of the players. I think, we look at every game as a tough game. Kansas City's going to be a tough game. Every team is an NFL team. They got pros. They got big-time players. So every game is going to be a tough game, and it's going to be a grind. I don't think we look at, any team as more of a challenge than another team. I think they're all going to be challenging games, and that's why you take them one game at a time.
Under Coach Pete Carroll, the Seahawks have a solid history of getting stronger in the second half of the season. In 2012, they finished 7-1 in their last 8 games, and last year won 9 of their last 11, including the Super Bowl.
The only really concrete reason that I have is that we played so many young guys early that by the time we get to midseason, those guys are regular players for us. And it's helped our depth situation. It's helped our roster as we get into the latter part of the season in 2 counts. One, that those guys are more ready to play as first-line players. And it's also, by the rotations, other guys have not had to play quite as much, and they're a bit stronger.
One common theme in the NFL is players going against their former teams. Tight end Tony Moeaki could well see action against his old team in Kansas City on Sunday. As far as being a Seahawk, he loves it.
It's real great here. The coaches are very accommodating they're always asking to help out with the playbook and stuff like that. And, a weekend, feel a little bit more comfortable with the lingo and stuff like that.
Former Seahawk Ron Parker is a starting corner in Kansas City who also plays safety. He's having a great season. That's no surprise to former teammate Richard Sherman.
Oh, I'm very impressed. We've seen him do it time after time. Ron's been a great player for a while. Here he made a lot of plays. He made a lot of big plays. He was a great contributor on special teams and on defense, and to see him get his opportunity to shine and go out there and actually play football and make plays and start is just we're excited for him.
Yeah, it's a funny thing the way the NFL works. You play with a player for a year or 2, or maybe just a training camp. Next thing you know, he's your opponent, and he's really good. And that's the case in this game on Sunday for both of these teams. I'm Tony Ventrella, Seahawks.com.